Hey, how's it going? This is still Jeremy, and it's another warm morning here in Osaka. Today, I have a kind of a vague and specific plan. It's been a quiet morning for me. I couldn't really sleep all that well, and I think I'm going the wrong way. So I wasn't able to sleep well. I think because it got hot. And there's a difference in the way heating and air conditioning work here in Japan than what I'm used to in America. By the way, before I get too much into this, a viewer called Laura recently left a comment on one of my videos asking about the markings on the roads here in Japan. So I thought, oh, that's a good idea for a video. I'll address what those are. And then I thought, wait a minute, I don't drive here. I don't know what the markings mean. But some of them I do. For example, this one here. I should get out of the road. This is the most common. It means tomare. So you actually read it top to bottom or whatever. See, tomare means stop. So that's the kanji up there, to. That means stop. And then mare is sort of pronunciation syllables at the end of the to kanji. So tomare just means stop. That's generally what you see here is, well, not generally, half of what you see on the streets are just markings. Just kanji. They're actually Japanese writing, just like you'd see in America. Stop, S-T-O-P. And these diamonds means, I think it's not necessarily stop. It means there is a pedestrian crossing ahead. I don't know if I think the white line means stop too. As I say, I don't drive here, so I'm not exactly sure. Very interesting to me is this sign here on the pole. That is a kanji. At the top it says school zone. That's in English. Written in Japanese, but from the English words, school zone, which is bizarre to me that they would use that. They've used an English phrase, school zone, but that's what it is. And that the big kanji in the middle is, it's a word. It's a kanji that means like writing or literature, things like that. So you hear it in like, I don't know. So it means that they use it to denote school, because you learn grammar and literature and writing and stuff in school. And I always think that's such an odd, because when somebody explained this to me, I said, why does it say "boon" up there? They're like, oh, well, that means school because that's what you learn in school. And I said, but you learn everything in school. You learn math in school. Why don't they put math up there? You learn English in school. Why don't they put the sign for English, eigo? And she said, I don't know, we just use that. So when you're driving around, I used to always wonder what that meant, because I was just biking around, I would see that. I was like, why does it say that? So when I finally asked, you see it all the time. When there's a school around, it just means school zone. I guess the same way we say grammar school, or used to say grammar school in English, just means you learn grammar in school. It's one of the many things you learn, so I don't know. I guess language is the most important thing you learn in school. There's a philosophical discussion. There it is again. So I couldn't sleep because it was a little hot. I finally got to sleep and it was okay. I listened to a Mark Maron podcast at about 4 o'clock in the morning, and that helped me go to sleep a little better. But anyway, I woke up and I was thinking, what am I going to do for today's video? Because I wanted to do a video before it got too hot, something here in the morning. And my heart said, I want to see a fountain. I want to see running water or something. There's running water right now. Wow. The universe and I are in tune. I don't mean a hose, though. I mean like a fountain. I just wanted to see a fountain. The silver car is annoying the blue car. So, my brain heard my heart say fountain, and my brain said, all right, let's go find a fountain. So, yet again, I'm going, where am I? I'm in Kyobashi. All right, I need to get over there. And the light turned green as soon as I said that. my brain heard this and said, okay, let's go find a fountain. I know of two fountains near here only. They're both in Ōsaka Castle Park, sort of on the edges of Ōsaka Castle Park. Unfortunately, I don't know if they're actually going to be running. And if they're not running, I think they might have water in them, just not sprays. And unfortunately, I don't know of any others around here. So basically, I'm just going to go to check these two fountains. Hopefully one of them will be spraying stuff. Can I cross here? We bicyclists here in Japan tend to always believe we have right-of-way, which is usually fine because people are cool about it and they're like, all right, they let us go. Cars do. Taxi drivers, unfortunately, also feel the same way, that they also have the right-of-way. So whenever a taxi driver and a bicyclist has to negotiate an intersection, it can be a bit of a battle. We're not too far from Ōsaka Castle, so it shouldn't be too far. There's a lot of people out and making me self-conscious, talking to myself. This road that I'm biking beside. I'm trying to talk to myself. This road that I'm biking beside is called Shiromidori, which means Castle View Road. And there is indeed a castle view. So the reason I get hot at night or cold in winter is because in all the places I've ever lived in Japan, which has been, 7 or 8 places or something, different rooms here in Ōsaka, all Ōsaka, central heating and air conditioning is not really a thing. Not that I've ever seen here. Instead, what's normal here, what's mainstream here is you just have a unit in the room. Like one unit you stick up on the corner of the room. And heats and air conditions. Heats and cools as needed. And they're really expensive. They're like $2,500 or something like that. Most places I've lived, all places I've lived, the room comes with it, so I've never actually had to buy one. And you heat that room in the winter, or you cool only that room in winter. And when you leave the room, you turn it off. So in wintertime, when you come home from work or something, you don't leave it on all day. It's like, in America, you sort of leave everything on all the time, and whenever you get home, everything's pretty much okay. You might, like in the summer, you might turn the heat down, turn the air conditioning down a little bit while you're gone. I don't know what people do in America, but when you get home, it's not too terrible. And you turn the air conditioning on really cold when you get home, and it cools the entire house, every room, even rooms you're not using, which I don't think is the way it usually works here. Hang on a second. So unlike some people, I actually will run my air conditioner on all night in the summertime. But they come in stages. In springtime, you don't use anything. If it gets warm, you open a window, but mostly it's okay. And in winter, when it gets a little bit warmer, then you run it a little bit at night. They usually have timers on them. So you can say, well, run it for an hour, and by the time I get to sleep, it'll shut itself off, and then I won't mind. Okay, now where do I go? I'll meet you by the big orange ball. And then anyway, I think this week is the time of year, this year, when I think, okay, time to run the air conditioner all night. I just found that out this morning. Oh, don't start blinking green. No, it's red. All right, I'm staying here in the shade. Let's go see these people. This is a television station. So I assume these are television animated characters. YTV. Yomiuri Television, I think. If you know who they are, you're a better person than me. So there's usually one night a year where what happened this morning happens. And you say, I'm not going to run the air conditioner all night. I made it real cold before bed. And I put it off, then I woke up too hot. So I thought, okay. And I did turn it on. Okay, we're getting close to the first fountain. There didn't used to be this ramp here. You had to, it was only steps. You couldn't use your bicycle here. I guess this is for wheelchair access, but also works for bicycles. This is sort of a new part of the park, or at least a built-up part of the park. There's a Starbucks here, which didn't used to be here a couple years ago. Big shopping area didn't used to be here. It's just a big plaza of nothing. Okay, here it is. It's really cool when it's working, when it's on. And that sign yet again says, because of the coronavirus, there's no excitement to be had. What can you do? It's cool though. Usually, when it's not so hot and when it's weekends and stuff, there's all kinds of people sitting on the edge here, even if the water's not running. It's a really nice place to be. There's people skateboarding and stuff here, and people will play guitar, the acoustic guitar, for themselves under this little underpass over here. Okay, well that's actually the lesser fountain. The next one is really cool. Perhaps my favorite fountain in Osaka that I've seen. Because it's got these big cool rocks in the middle. And when it's on, it's quite dramatic. I imagine it wouldn't be. I don't understand that about. If I could read that sign a little better in Japanese, maybe it would make more sense. I'll try to translate that sign. Because I don't understand the logic of turning off fountains because of the coronavirus. I thought, well, it's to dissuade people from gathering, but I mean, people aren't really gathering just to watch the fountain that much. There was nobody there today, but as I said, there's people there usually, water or not. So today will be biking, editing, uploading, hopefully a bit of relaxing. Blood sugar, my 7-day average as of right now is 158, which is a little higher than yesterday's. Because again, hey, last night's dinner was fried rice and shrimp, chili shrimp things are called, ebi chili. That I just heated up in the microwave. Let's go say hi to this crow. I don't know if it comes across on the video, but these things are really, these birds are big. So I had that. Then breakfast today was Swiss cake roll thingies from the convenience store, plus 2 cups of coffee and my beloved mozuku, which is bits of seaweed floating in vinegar. Yeah, that's right. Get into it. You get healthy. The more vinegar you drink, the healthier you get. That's my theory. Let's get out of the sunshine. So, Laura, your question about markings on roads, I feel I have not completely answered them. As I see some more, I will try to figure out what they are. Generally speaking, they are... See, I told you in a recent video that you hear people practicing their brass band instruments sometimes here in the park. Let's go spy on these. This looks like a trombone. spying on them. We'll go back around. We'll go back by. They're self-conscious about me. I'm self-conscious about them because I have this camera on my bicycle. I wonder if they play professionally somewhere. Such an odd thing. You're biking around Ōsaka Castle Park and trombones hit you from the trees. the crow, all that, and then the trombones mixed together. That's Ōsaka to me. Okay, here's the other fountain. It's not on right now. It comes and goes when it is on, when it is working. I wonder if I could ask somebody. I could ask somebody in Japanese why the fountain, like some authority that's hanging around. And they would explain it to me in Japanese, and I wouldn't understand that any more than I understand the sign. But it'd be fun. See, here's a few people out. Gathering, as it were. Another Starbucks. How was there the need for 2 Starbucks in such a short area in Ōsaka Castle Park? The tourist train is running. How can the tourist train be running and not this fountain? There's a bird on top of the fountain. I would stop and park and look at the fountain, but there was another foreigner there walking. When you see another foreigner pass by you in Japan, it's always weird. You get this sensation like, what are you doing in my Japan? Get out of here. I'm the foreigner around here. We don't need 2 of us. So you sort of might nod at each other and you sort of might just look at each other. Weird. Well, there's the fountain, my favorite fountain. Just imagine it when it's on. I did use it in a video a few years ago. But if your pancreas, out of spite, suddenly stops making its own insulin, that means you have diabetes. And maybe I'll put footage of that into this one. But anyway, imagine it on. Imagine there's no angry pigeons around and it's just on. All right, well, I enjoyed seeing the fountains anyway. It's not my fault they're not on. One of these days we'll find a fountain that's actually bursting forth, and that will be a glorious day indeed. So thanks for watching. Please go here to this website to sign up for my newsletter. You can see some of these videos before they're published. It's a secret between you and me. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See you tomorrow. These characters are from an anime series called Conan. In fact, if I'd been paying attention, I'd have seen that it says Conan right on the plinth.